Hey Crips, so I'm looking to make a few videos, like hour-long videos, and talk about like sex and relationships every day, and sort of like talk more about sex and getting laid and getting pussy. So I'm just gonna drop like a 20-second video about getting pussy, saying I'm just gonna try to drop videos later on about how getting pussy is either dead or ongoing right now, saying hopefully it doesn't turn into a Cheaters TV show or even a sideline, a paradox of that, sort of like a Stockdale paradox product unit sold to me, saying if that's how I felt today and every day prior, it's sort of like having scissors to the back of my head and to the skin of my skull. Annoying me that Stockdale paradox is basically when you get stalked by people and even concepts that don't work for you because you're not rich yet, or the Stockdale paradox doesn't let you get rich later on in life. And it's like if you make $500 million and have a net worth of $500 million, but into your 60s and 70s, it's still not enough money for retirement, or you're just a luxurious spender who spends all their money, and you spend your life earnings at that point, and you're trying to make up for lost time and things like that, such as you're gonna need $1 billion to spend, not to save at that point, and it's just things you didn't accord for early on in your career, which is nearly impossible to do. Is say, like, you have to make up like like a Stockdale paradox product and like an antibiotic for that. And I'll talk about it later on, unless I forget, which I'm probably going to forget. But right now, here's this little snippet, and I'm just shooting this video out to you guys today. And then, just subscribe and keep watching my videos. I'm just gonna keep going. And I'm still trying to get funding and backing from my experiments. See if I can get into recruiting or not, or if I can end up making money by myself and making income from home. Because I'm tired of working for you guys, and it's not gonna work. And just letting everyone know that right now is a good time to start writing down business ideas and planning your future, and sort of making a sort of like an antibiotic for failure for when you go into your 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, even if you live to be 150. Imagine, say, it's not impossible to say Jeff Bezos has $200 billion right now, and say, but in 30 years he's not going to have any money. So you have to think about ridiculous things like that and write them down, and just fill up your notebook and fill up your notebooks if you can with shit about that, and how that's going to happen to everybody, just like the coronavirus is that bioweapon that talks about that. So hopefully I'll run into a few VCs online and try to get some emails going, and that's just sort of me talking about the early stages of even something as stupid as a failed business right now, saying I don't want to waste $2 million on a product or service that flops, but it's happening. Every time people try to start a business in their 20s, their product or service flops. It's because they don't have any experience, and they don't know how to learn the things they don't know, and they don't know the things they don't know. And that's sort of what I'm talking about at the beginning of this video, is when you just get into your later years, or if you make $1 billion by age 30 and you spend all of it. That's how it is to age. That's what ageism is, a fake concept. That's why knowing about Stockdale paradox and talking about it, and talking about how dramatic the news can be in regards to shit like that, and how the news are basically a platform to describe shit like that to you in a dramatized way. And anything you can like a score as like conspiracy theories are sort of a joke less, if you think about it, especially if shit's true, when it's obviously true, and nobody can say anything about it because they don't have a good shot of making $1 million today. People make $1 million out of nowhere every day, but they don't do it over and over again. So it's important to look for people who do that, and who do the former too, and see if you can get funding from them, or advice on getting a project backed and funded by VCs. So I'm just gonna leave the video at 5 minutes long, and yeah, so I don't overwhelm the comments with stupid shit to say when I'm not even a millionaire right now, and just leave that negative energy out of this place, and you know, read books about business, and take chance of this opportunity to stay home and study business and sort of the quietness of the world right now, to really dig deep into your thoughts, and say shit like this on paper and to yourself and to your peers, and look for VCs and try to get funding and backing for your first business, and see for yourself that your business, your product and your service is probably going to flop the few first times around. I want to see you guys succeed, but it's not going to happen. Sometimes you do get it right on the first shot, and you end up saving that money and using it to make money over and over and over again. But that's something, if everyone has done it in the past with money they've made from $1 million business, then I don't know what to tell you. And so that's sort of what I'm talking about, is people who make millions and spend it, and how they have a hard time, just like the people who save money and use that money to make millions from that capital, from that profit, from that income, from their businesses, you know, right? And then it's interesting, because if you have a business that's failing and it ends up making money, or whatever it may be, and you have an idea for a little business that can turn into $1 million business one day, if you can do that 100,000 times, and you still don't get rich, it sort of emphasizes on concepts at large, such as the ones that I'm trying to speak about in this video. And even when you don't do that and you only focus on one business at a time and you still don't make enough money, it's the same thing. So I'm just going to leave it here. For now, it's 7 minutes, and I hope everyone has a great weekend.